Hello scholars, welcome to Comprehension Corner. Today what we are going to be focusing on is Standard KRL1. And that standard states that I can ask and answer questions about what was read or about what I have read. The most important thing for us right now is the ability to ask a question. We both know that sometimes when someone says, hey, are there any questions? The first thing scholars want to do is to share personal stories about how they can identify with the story that's being read or the topic that's being spoken of. But what we want to focus on is the ability to ask. When asking a question, we are going to begin with some of our questioning words here. We practiced these in class, but let's see if we can recall what some of them are. Who, where, what, why, how, and when. These are all words that we use to help initiate a question. Something else we spoke about in class was this mark here, and I'm going to make it a little larger so that our friends at home can see. This is called a question mark. You will see a question mark at the end of any sentence that asks a question. How do we know that a question is being asked as opposed to a statement being spoken? I want you to think about that for a second. When someone asks a question, the person that is on the receiving end of the question is able to then give an answer. Let's practice that. What color shoes are you wearing? What's your favorite dinner to eat? Do you play basketball? All of those sentences can be answered by the recipient of that sentence. Yes, I play basketball. I'm wearing black sparkle shoes. My favorite dinner to eat is mashed potatoes, chicken, and green beans. See how each one of those sentences I can give an answer to? That's how I know it's a question. Now I'm going to try to trick you. You tell me if this is a question or a statement. I love to read books. I love to read books. Is that a question or a statement? Am I telling you something or am I asking? Let's try another one. Is that my pencil? Is that my pencil? Is that a question or is that a statement? Am I asking you something or am I telling you something? Parents, this is when you can step in and help scholars make sure that they are understanding the difference between a question and a statement. Is something being asked or are you telling something or commanding something? Another way that we practice this strategy is in reading. So at night when you're reading a book with your scholar, the first thing that you want to do is you want to go through the title. The title of this story is Window. The author, Janine Baker. And sometimes you want to kind of go over the parts of the book with your scholar, such as the spine, the back cover, the front cover, and we're practicing this in class as well, the title page. This particular book doesn't have a title page. Go figure. But most books do. So make sure that you're going over the parts of the book when you are reading at night. Take a moment to do that. This is the second step. This is when questioning comes in. Before I even open my book, the first thing I'm going to do is look at the illustration on the outside cover. I'm going to think about the title. The title is Window. And I'm looking at the picture here, the illustrations here, and I'm wondering, what is this book about? What do you think this book is going to be about? And then have a discussion with your scholar. Allow them an opportunity to predict and or infer what this book is going to be about. Second step is, before you even start to read the text, you always want to take a picture walk. The picture walk helps scholars focus on the detail in the illustration, which for the most part in younger readers or picture books is where our scholars are going to get a lot of their information. So just take a moment, go through each of the pictures, kind of discuss what's happening, maybe even speculate what the story is going to be about, just by the details in the photographs and the pictures. All right, and then as you do that, allow the scholars to ask some questions, and you ask questions as well. What do you notice in the picture? Oh, I notice a mom, I notice a baby. How do you know that's a mom? Well, because she's holding the baby and she looks like she's mom age. She doesn't look like a kid. What are they doing in the picture? Well, the baby is sleeping and the mom is gazing out of the window. This is another opportunity to practice great vocabulary. What are some of the things she's seeing when she's looking out of the window? Oh, I see birds. She's looking. There's a shed here. There's a very unkept yard. Lots of trees. Kind of looks like mountains or hills over here. And so as we discuss what we're seeing in the illustration, it's going to help us better recognize words in the text. It will also help us better understand grab deeper meaning from the text. So that's what I want you to practice this week. I want you to practice asking questions, giving your scholars an opportunity to answer those questions, and dig deeper in just the illustration of it all. Sometimes we rush straight to the wording, but just spend some time, some quality time this week with the illustrations and discussing details and pictures. Thank you. You have fun reading your books tonight.